Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to the second in-depth candle review of the day. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend. It's a candle review day here on my channel, so I am sharing a few different in-depth candle reviews. My first video that went live on my channel this morning featured the Homeworks Limoncello Cupcake and Toasted Coconut fragrance. If you're curious about my thoughts regarding that particular fragrance, I'll have it linked in the description box right below the video here. And if you are not already subscribed and you're interested in more of these in-depth home fragrance reviews, definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button before checking out of the video today. That way all of my future home fragrance related content will pop up in your subscription feed. Anyway, guys, I'll put a link to where to purchase the candle that we are discussing in this video here. This is obviously Kringle Reserve Midnight Dahlia. I will also put my affiliate discount code in the description box. That'll save you 15% off of your purchase at Kringle on this particular candle. So feel free to use that if you are interested, or if you have some rewards points, definitely apply those. But yeah, let's go ahead and dig into this one. I want to be very upfront and just let you know that I don't personally like this fragrance at all. Kringle did provide this candle for consideration, so I did not pay for it. I have definitely been enjoying a lot more floral fragrances these days. For the longest time, I really did not enjoy florals when it comes to home fragrance. Mostly just because they remind me of work. I am a florist, that is my actual job. And so for me, smelling, floral scents in my home just kind of reminds me of being at work. And I think most of us probably don't necessarily want to be reminded of work when we're at home. But lately I've kind of tried to change my mind about that. So yeah, I've been enjoying some florals. This is not going to be one of those florals, you guys. This is a very unique, very potent floral. Listen, if these fragrance notes appeal to you, I've had a pretty good strength and throw experience with this one. So if you're good with the fragrance and what you're going to be getting from this one, I can tell you that the burn performance has been great. So check it out if you're interested. Again, I'll have it linked down below, but let's go ahead and read through the scent story here. And then we will kind of discuss what I smell in the fragrance, and I'm gonna get pretty descriptive with this one. And then we'll get into the strength and throw and the overall burn quality. All right, so the scent description reads, Midnight Dahlia. Midnight Dahlia captures nocturnal allure with fresh citrus, blooming florals, and a deep finish of cedarwood and musk. The top notes are fresh citrus, garden mint, and green leaves. The mid notes are lily of the valley, freesia petals, and white jasmine, and the base is cedarwood and musk. Funny enough, Dahlia is not mentioned as a fragrance note. And honestly, listen, when I work with Dahlias, I feel like they don't really have a ton of fragrance to them. We source all of our Dahlias that we work with at the studio from Swan Island, which is where most people who are florists in Portland will get out all of their Dahlias. Some of them have a little bit more scent to them than others, but for the most part, Dahlias, when you stick your nose into them, kind of smell maybe a little bit green. They're not like a super potent floral, right? So I think that's why you don't actually have Dahlia listed in any of these top, middle, or bottom notes. I will tell you that there is definitely some lily of the valley present in this fragrance. There's definitely a touch of freesia. So you are getting some floral notes. I actually don't smell any of the jasmine at all. But here's the thing that I really don't care for in this fragrance, and this is kind of the largest part of this scent, and that is that on top of those hints of florals, you're getting a really distinct, very potent green type note. And the best way that I can describe it is when we put our dahlias into the big, you know, buckets that we prep them in, a lot of times they will sit in that water for at least a day or two before we actually get around to designing with the dahlias. And during that time, if there are any dahlia leaves that are below the water line, or just, you know, in general, sometimes the water gets a little gross. I feel like I smell that kind of slightly slimy green stem and like that kind of slimy water note, if that makes sense. Like that's the green that I'm getting. Like the thick stem of the dahlia that has been submerged in water and develops like a little coating of slime on it. That's the green that I smell. So I don't think that smells particularly good to my nose. And I think because I'm exposed to all of these different like floral smells so much, like there's just some things that I just don't really like the smell of. And it's that dirty, like bucket water that I usually get stuck cleaning because nobody else wants to do it. Like that's really the green that I smell in here, you guys. So I don't think it's a particularly nice green leafy type note. I don't even actually smell any real mint in here. It's like the slimy green leaves and the stems that are left in the water after, you know, we're done using the bucket to hydrate the flowers basically. So no, I don't think this smells good. I actually don't really get much in the way of citrus in this scent either. What I will say is there is some muskiness present and there is some cedar wood at the base. So, I don't know. To my nose, this just smells really funky. And I wish that I could give it a better review just in terms of the fragrance, but I just don't think this one smells super great. So, you might smell something completely different. I don't want to like imply that everybody is going to feel about this fragrance the way that I do. But if we typically share a lot of the same opinions about fragrances, maybe this could be an easy pass for you. But I'm not going to sit here and like wholeheartedly say, yes, go get it. It's delightful. It doesn't smell very good to my nose, if I'm going to be just straight up honest with you. So here's the thing though. If you want a good performing candle, it's going to do that. The strength of this is it's a solid 7. It's potent. You'll be able to smell this. And it also, unfortunately, likes to travel. So yeah, I'm going to put that probably at just somewhere between a 6 and a 7 as well. So you've got good throw. You've got good strength here. So if you're into it, I think you're going to get a good performance out of this one. It's just not my thing, obviously. So all that being said, in terms of the overall burn quality here, that has been just fine. I've tried to burn it as much as possible. I am definitely not at the, well, I'm just about at the halfway point. I gotta say, I've really struggled to get here, and I am not going to finish this candle. This is one of those that I'm going to extinguish after this review. I'm not gonna put it in my crock. I don't wanna smell it. I'm gonna put this in the gift away to friends pile, and I'm gonna see if maybe one of our neighbors or maybe one of my friends is interested in this one. I have friends who do like a much more green type aspect when it comes to home fragrance. So this might very well appeal to them. It's just not my thing. But as you can see here, I've got a decent wax pool going already. This has actually only been lit for about, I would say, maybe 25 minutes or a half hour. So this one gets going pretty quickly. I do trim the wicks, but very, very slightly. This one does not form huge mushroom tops on it. I'll give you guys the overhead shot here really quickly so that you can see that. You can see I've got a little bit of residue on the side here, but that is going to slide down. This hasn't fully pulled out over here, but that will pull out by the time this really kicks in around the 45-minute to 1 hour mark. That's typically what I've needed for this one to like really get going, just about 45 minutes to an hour. So if you don't have a lot of time, maybe after work, this could probably be one that you could light up and get some strength and throw from pretty quickly. So clearly not giving this a super rave review in terms of the scent, but for what it's worth, those are my thoughts. Let me know if you picked up Midnight Dahlia and what your experience is with this one. I have a feeling there are going to be some people out there that do enjoy this one. So if you're one of those, definitely, you know, share what your nose detects in the comments down below. It's always nice for people to be able to see other people's opinions about these fragrances as well. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Stay tuned for the last review, which will be of Lilac and, is it Lilac and Lilies? I'm not particularly fond of that one either, but we're gonna review that one last today. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure that you're subscribed, and I appreciate you being here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.